Ok, direi che ci siamo. Bentornati al terzo episodio di Radio Quarantena by Radio Dublino. Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao Maurizio.
Ciao.
Ok, quindi come siete ancora in forma? Barba lunga come tutti, ormai stiamo
Ovviamente.
barbudos.
Io l'ho fatta lunedì dopo la nostra videochiamata perché non potevo proprio continuare così. Era diventato veramente troppo trash.
Ma no, la mia barba non si tocca per il momento, si stream ma non si taglia.
Ok, questa è una puntata speciale. It's a special episode because we are starting to speak in English for the next 40-50 minutes. So it will be a drama for me. Okay, but Paolo, perfect English, no, like my broken English. And Luca as well is very good. So it's a little bit more information than usual. But first, we talk in Italian with our first guest is Luigi from Amsterdam. Ciao Luigi.
Ciao Maurizio, buonasera a tutti da Amsterdam.
Ciao Gigi.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Allora, noi Luigi di Amsterdam l'abbiamo contattato perché in una puntata sentiamo un italiano espatriato all'estero, sentito Londra, Dublino, ora abbiamo appunto un esponente di Amsterdam. Innanzitutto Luigi, come stai vivendo questo autoisolamento? L'Olanda non è uno dei posti in cui il lockdown è più stretto, insomma. Com'è ad Amsterdam la situazione? E tu
Sì, esatto, c'è un approccio un po' più soft alla questione. Ovviamente non è molto facile giudicare perché noi abbiamo adottato la linea italiana già da fine febbraio, inizio marzo, quindi usciamo poco, spesa solo online, forse qualche corsetta, qualche passeggiata, ma niente di più.
Quando
Per
Viviana te
cui
lo permette.
sì, esatto, quando Viviana si distrae, svigno e vado a correre al parco sotto casa. Però noi vediamo, insomma, da quel che possiamo capire dalle finestre, dal balcone, che le persone comunque escono, comunque per quanto l'argomento sia sentito, l'opinione generale è che la questione sia importante, però non c'è questa reazione, non voglio dire isterica, però un po' più, insomma, un approccio un po' più serio alla cosa, per cui persone escono, corrono, assembramenti, parchi pieni di persone, soprattutto a Pasqua o nei giorni di sole.
Sì. Come tu sei in contatto con altri della comunità italiana, come vivete questa situazione? Sentite un po' insomma anomali, perché probabilmente voi leggete le news dell'Italia e poi
Sì.
è arrivato un po' prima, vivete un po' un paese un po' più aperto, c'è un po' di confusione nella comunità italiana.
Sì, io conosco pochi italiani qui ad Amsterdam e i miei amici, colleghi sono tutti stranieri e diciamo quelli non olandesi hanno più o meno, come dire, seguono una linea un po' più severa, quindi stanno a casa, evitano di uscire, mentre soprattutto inizialmente c'era molto scetticismo da parte degli olandesi. Ti dico un po' un episodio recente. Sono uscito per vaccinare mia figlia settimana scorsa e anche al centro vaccini i medici tutti non avevano mascherine, non avevano guanti, per quanto evitino di far, diciamo, di ospitare più persone nella stessa stanza allo stesso momento. Comunque ti dico, parlavo col dottore, non aveva mascherina o guanti in un centro per vaccini, per cui questo mi ha, come dire, mi ha un po' sorpreso onestamente. Poi in giro mascherine non ne vedo, quando mi vedono in mascherina mi guardano un po' come un appestato, però come dire, non è che non ci dà tanto peso, insomma.
Dai, ti faccio un'ultima domanda, poi ti lascio in pace.
Sì.
Vivi questa esperienza di autoisolamento come un leone in gabbia o un topolino in una dispensa? Perché tu stai mangiando come un malato come tanti noi, oppure sei un po' nervoso di stare chiuso? Come ti vedi?
Guarda, sto recuperando tutti i pranzi persi perché ovviamente era un pranzo olandese, mentre adesso con moglie italiana pranzo come si deve, con evidenti effetti sulla mia forma fisica. che uniti alla mancanza di movimento e allo stare seduti in stanza praticamente a lavorare da casa tutto il giorno, come dire, sono evidenti i risultati in un mese. No, è strana, un po' monotono, però dai, per adesso tutto a posto ancora, manteniamo.
Ok, guarda, se Luca vuol dire qualcosa, se no ti salutiamo.
No, non ho parlato ampiamente nelle scorse recenti ore. Comunque io vi aspetto sempre qui quando vorrete venire, appena tutta questa situazione diventerà un po' più normale, un po' più cristiana.
Va bene, è in programma a maggio o giugno, ma ovviamente è tutto rimandato.
Come tutto, siamo tutti in impegno.
Infatti.
Vabbè, ti ringrazio Luigi, testimonianza da Amsterdam. Presto.
A voi, buonasera, a presto, buone cose.
Ciao Gigi.
Ciao.
Grazie Luigi, giusto per avere un piccolo spot da Amsterdam. Now we have the first guest with a special pianist. We speak Italian, that's a special Maya, but Maya is very good. Suzanne, okay, its surname is so complicated. Savage, is correct? Suzanne?
Tutto a posto.
Ciao Suzanne, ciao Maya.
Ciao Maurizio, ciao a tutti.
Ciao.
Where are you? Portobello? Where are you?
Dublino.
In Dublino? Where you live? Where is the house?
Sì. How's it going?
Very, very good, very good. I think we are not too far. I'm W6W. You are not too far from me. So,
Yeah, Dublin 8.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a few kilometers, but you can use Facebook. Okay, I'd like to introduce Suzanne. Suzanne is a songwriter, singer, jazzer, soprano, violinist, play guitar as well. I saw a beautiful song in Facebook recently, performance, etc., etc. It's from Belfast. They live in Dublin at the moment, correct?
Yes.
With the piano, there is Maya Elliott from UK.
Ah, buonasera.
It was one of my next guest was guessing to ask to join us, but it's great to have us together today. And just a question for you both, guys. You're living your self-isolation like a tiger in a cage or like a mouse in a pantry? Are you feel more tiger or mouse?
A mouse in a country.
Country or pantry? Pantry.
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you.
Mouse in a pantry.
I think more like a tiger in a cage.
Okay.
Or like a small cat that's kept inside and looks outside and wants to eat the mice kind of vibe. Yeah. It's all good though. How are you guys getting on with isolation?
I survived.
How are you guys?
You guys, Paolo, Luca?
Well, I'm working from home, only watching basically what is inside my home. I'm getting like a bit mental, but
Yeah.
I still try to survive. I'm still trying to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to getting busy too. I'm training, I'm studying, I'm working, and training a lot, working out.
No, I'm pretty lucky because I have a garden, so I basically live in the garden. Today was
See, we're very jealous because we don't have a garden. We're in, apartments.
Yeah.
No balcony and no garden, so I have to go outside. Otherwise, I go a bit crazy every day.
Suzanne, you were our guest in Radio Dublino. I think ages ago in our studios. We worked with Matteo Bado.
Matteo Adavo and the two Andreas. Yeah.
Yeah, you play in a little tour in Ireland. You meet them in Italy as well.
Yeah, in Toscana.
In Toscana, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, feel like a wedding or whatever. And then we start a collaboration, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Do you have any links with Italy? You had a scholarship at Fabrica, that's correct? So
yes, Treviso.
Treviso, yeah, the Benetton place.
Yeah, crazy time.
What you did
Right?
there?
Good question.
Okay. You enjoy life.
I discovered tomatoes
Okay.
that actually don't taste like dirt, like Italian tomatoes and Italian food, not just tomatoes. What am I saying? I discovered Italian food and the Italian food culture and sunshine, that thing in the sky. It was amazing. And cheap, good wine. So my life completely changed thanks to Treviso. But here it's so expensive. I loved when you could just go down the street in Treviso, you go to the bar and you have some nibbles and you get a little glass of something amazing that somebody's uncle made. It's like, what?
Yeah,
amazing.
And Irish people go to holidays in Spain or Italy or I don't know, Tenerife. I was the holidays. The beer was €1, Maurizio. Yeah, €1 pint. It was incredible. That's big difference.
Pints of the way. You know, I saw a really funny meme. You know, the pictures of like Corona pictures, funny things, and one is like, you know, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah,
he's looking out the window and he's crying, and the theme under it says, "I wonder if the pints are thinking of me." And that's kind of what I'm thinking about gigs and music at the moment. You know, I'm like Kermit the Frog at the window.
Before to listen one song from your
Sure.
and yeah, just
Maya.
one question.
Yes.
Maya, there. Tell me about this Easter. It was broadcasting RT Radio 1. The show at the Bodgash, the music award from Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
I think it's going to TV in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, the TV, the radio show has been broadcast extracts from that on Easter Monday, but it's still viewable. It's on Radio 1.
Yeah, I just listened before this afternoon. It's brilliant. How was the experience? Hannigan was a great evening.
Say that again?
How was the show?
It was amazing. It was an incredible experience. Singing with the RT Concert Orchestra. Yeah. Well, it's like singing with a Ferrari. You know, it's like a Ferrari. It's like there's a massive beast of unbelievable musicality pushing you forward, and it's just, you can't take it for granted. It's just so special. It was an amazing experience. Every time I've had the opportunity to work with them, it's been incredible. But I think doing that at Bord Gáis and having so much fun doing it was really, really special. And that was actually the last concert they did and I did, because that was the Wednesday and Thursday, and by the Monday, Bord Gáis was closed.
Yeah, just in time.
And yeah, it was crazy. So it was very special, but it's kind of weird, guys. That was only 5 weeks ago now. It's like, woohoo!
Looks ages, yeah, a different age.
Feels like, yeah. Well, we'll get there again, I'm sure. I hope.
We should really talk about what's going on for artists and musicians in this time. But we can play something. What do you have there for we can listen?
You want us to play something?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Yes, we'd love to. We're going to play one of my songs. Is that okay?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, hopefully I've set this up in a really weird way. I'm sorry. This is a song called Dizzy, and Maya's going to start that off for us.
Okay, big screen for you.
Now that the lesson's over, would you mind if see, but you might find something more. Fall back and notice me, where your light shines, shadows fall. Who can hold you? You toy and you smile all confused. Who can love you? You leave me dizzy and bruised. Oh. Baby, I'm not your anchor. You're wrapped over confusion. Maybe it's fear you hate. Your fear of just being human. Who can hold you? Flicker close to your flame. Who can love you? There's no one else that could blame. No one else.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
It was lovely, and it was good. It was my main concern. Fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Grazie mille.
Wow.
It's really funny, guys. I'm actually singing into my cupboard.
Oh,
You're
really?
in my cupboard, and I'm singing to cups. Lots of cups and pots and pans, and then your three lovely faces.
Beautiful Italian faces.
Yeah, esatto.
Okay, now we are going to at the end of comment. Now there is a jar. I mean, I just recommend any Italians, Irish, anyone is listening to the live stream, you can leave a message or whatever. Actually, you can. My question today was: you are more a lion in a cage or a mouse in a pantry? So I will define your self-isolation. So you can write.
I think, yeah, that's a good question, isn't it? The mouse in the pantry means the mouse has got everything to eat, and it's right there, and he's really small, so you can just keep eating. That's perfect.
That's what I doing at the moment, actually. Yeah. Okay, now I'd like to introduce also Lesley Roy is coming in a few minutes in the second part of the live stream. I'd like to ask you, Suzanne, and also Maya, you are musicians.
Yep.
I think it's a tough time for you, for all artists. I mean, you can have a concert, you can go out, etc. Are you leaving? Because in Italy there are a lot of discussion about musicians need a support, musicians need extra wage, art is important, it's not just about manufacturing, etc. In Ireland, is there any protection measure for artists at the moment? There is any specific support for to be an artist or to be a musician? Do you have any support, anything from the government? How works at the moment?
Well, no, it's not really. I mean, compared to other European countries, Ireland artists are not getting anything. We're like really, and this is all of our livelihood gone. You know, gone in a second. I don't know where the camera is. It's really hard to judge where to do that. And there is basically there's not like, it's the same as everyone else. Self-employed people would get the same COVID help package. For us though, I mean, you know, it's great that the Arts Council are putting a few awards together, but that's not enough for the person on the ground. This is whole people's livelihoods wiped out in one fell swoop. So I think the government needs to step up. I think there's been a lot more investment in the arts in different countries when this has happened. There's been so little. But, you know, we're all struggling to get along. It's just, yeah, I mean, I am now basically a Zoom teacher. I was a singing teacher part-time anyway, and now it's become it because the amount of admin is kind of taking over your life kind of vibe. But yeah, I think the government should be doing more, but then there's so much more that needs to be done at the moment. But we're all hanging on, you know, and I think making music has been so good I know it's been good for me and I'm very lucky that I live with a concert pianist. So we can make music in the house. The two mice are eating everything in the pantry and making music.
Okay.
So we're enormously fat, but we'll have lots of albums, you know, but it is hard to be creative when this is a continual level of stress, and I know we're all, you know, in the same boat in a lot of ways. So yeah, just
that's true. I mean, I was talking with a writer last week. I asked her, now we have a lot of time to read books, to write. He said, no, that's not true. There's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
I can't write, but even I can't read. It's very tough for me read 2 pages at the moment because it's like there's a buzz in the atmosphere, in the environment. So it's not very.
Yeah.
I don't think this time we will produce a big masterpiece in music, in books, novels, because people stressed are under pressure. Is not the best time to break.
No.
I think, yeah, definitely.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll write the next, you know, maybe this next week it's the week for the albums. But yeah, it's just that I think a lot of people are saying, listen, I think the main thing is to look after yourself and do what you can, but you know, you don't have to be Vincent van Gogh in the middle of a bloody pandemic, you know. It's like it's maybe enough to get through the day without eating everything in your cupboard. Well, for me anyway.
Can I ask you, keyboards, what do you think?
Ooh,
Keyboard.
About everything.
No, but you're more a mouse lion.
What do I say?
Are you the mouse or the lion, Maya?
I definitely a mouse. I eat like a mouse. Look.
Look me.
I wish I could eat the whole pantry. I just can't. I think I eat music.
Yay!
I get full on music. So I think that kind of.
I don't. I just keep eating.
My Suzanne, where you met?
Oh, round the corner.
Oh, actually, yeah. My house is 2 meters away from a wonderful singing teacher called Judith Mock. I don't know where the camera is. Where is it? Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm like, where did I go? And we met at my singing teacher. Her name is Judith Mock. She's a fantastic singer, and she's lots of artistic friends. And she just invited me and a few other like musicians. She's also an author. She writes, and she was invited, kind of like her authory people, her novelists and friends and poets. And we all met in her living room, and we all just got on so well. And Maya was there, and Judith had told me about Maya, this concert pianist that she works with. And then we just kind of had a conversation, and poor Maya was kind of like, right, up you get and play the piano there in the corner, and I had to get up and sing. And we met actually playing music together in a friend's living room.
Sure. That's brilliant. Because Suzanne played with great singer, I mean, very legendary musician, I think. I mean, Van Morrison, or Brady recently, very, very frequently. Now, I was born in the collaboration. Usually, our people from Northern Ireland, I was born in a collaboration with Paul Brady, for example. It's very frequent.
Paul's great. We're hoping, yeah, I mean, it's lovely. I love Paul, and I love his crew. All the people involved are like family to me. I've been working with Paul for 10 years now, and they're incredible. He's an incredible musician. He's very inspiring, real family man, and I love his crew and everyone involved in the other musicians I've been very lucky to work with through Paul. and some of Paul's friends that I've met, I've become fast friends with over the years. So I have a lot of really good things to say about the music, and also the friends that I've made through working with Paul. He's been, every time I'm working with him, it's like a masterclass, you know. I learned so much, and I've really learned a lot from him, and his music is amazing. I encourage everyone to have fun and just his music and his lyrics are just so relevant.
Yeah, extremely popular in Ireland. He's a very legend. He's not enough popular, I think, in Italy. Not like Van Morrison. Everybody knows Van Morrison in Italy. But Brad is not so popular yet, but he's a very great singer, I think. Radio.
He's It's I feel happy to have known him, and very happy to have worked with my Italian friends I brought over, Matteo and Andrea. The two Andreas.
You're still in touch with them, the guys from Tuscany.
I was talking to them today.
Oh, really? Today?
We send each other silly messages and memes and stuff, and we have a lot of really good memories. Like they were here the last time they were here. We did a tour of Ireland 2 years ago. I think it was the last one, and it was just. And then, but the thing is, they brought me to Tuscany, and we had gigs, and they fed me for 10 days. You know, I'm the one who got lucky. They're also amazing musicians, by the way.
Yeah, but food, the drink is the priority. We understand that. But for me as well, definitely. I like art, music, but good food, good drink. Actually, before the last song, I'd like to show your performance in the Radio Dublino with the Matteo Bado organ trio, so we can see what it's about. If you remember. And then we're back with you just in a sec.
Wow.
See if I found it. Okay. Then the music. This is a radio studio now closed with virus.
There's the guys.
At the studio train near FM. Only for 1 minute.
So much fun singing that with those guys. Are they part of the No, different project. No, we just met in Ireland. You guys are too good.
This was the last, it was 2016.
Oh my God, was it?
It was interesting.
No way.
Yeah.
I was much younger then.
Was the 25 of May 2016.
Wow, yeah. They're such great musicians.
No, I like the where Marta was playing on the keyboard. Very squeezy. Okay, this is the past. We are not living the past.
True. Davvero.
Before to go to Lesley Roy, I actually like to say hello. Hi, Lesley.
Hello.
Hi, Lesley.
How's it going?
Hey, Lesley.
How are you?
She was a singer very involved in coronavirus because it was a Eurovision Irish singer. Eurovision was cancelled, but hopefully next year we'll back. So there's an impact for all musicians, particularly for the Eurovision singer this year. Also for Eurovision journalists like Paolo was the special prize.
Yeah.
Okay. Lesley, just a quick question. You are a lion in a cage or a mouse in a pantry?
I am a rat in a cage. Would you believe it was a lyric? When you were talking about food and mice and lions and tigers, I was thinking of some lyrics, and I remember a lyric that I wrote on a song years ago, and it starts with "I'm like a rat in a cage, about to lose it all," and it was a kind of a tip of the hat to Nirvana. So I guess I'm a rat in a cage to answer your question.
Okay. Before to leave you alone, Maya, Suzanne, I won't disturb you.
Disturb away. We're disturbed anyway.
Please, it is time. Go away for shopping, trekking. No. Do you have another song for us? Another present?
If you like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll just get the guitar. Excuse me.
Okay, give you a full screen and then we go to.
There, I'm just gonna play it. So, okay. This is called Dart. No, I'm just gonna say. You broke my heart like this. You never seem to miss a beat. I could be someone's fool, but now I'm just stuck in you. The dark always loves true with you. And fool, you just don't notice this at all. You got me down, don't you? I have to find my own way out. Hypnotherapy is something I might need. These people do these things. Electrolux, whatever. Turns a button on, please, please. I'm just as bad as in me. Throw myself out on the light and cut a dash. So strange, a stupid part of me wants you back. See my battery yet, really, I'm still caught on your finger touch. The dark always lands true with you. And fool, you just don't notice this at all. It's true, you've got me down, don't you? I have to find my way out, 'cause the dark always lies true with you. And
to find my own way out. As fool as I am, I still want you. Ooh. Fool as I am, I still want you. Thanks.
Wow. Thank
I don't
you.
know why
Thanks, guys.
The group is here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Suzanne. If you want to stay with us for the next 10 minutes, you are welcome to stay. Or we are
Yeah.
just sitting with Lesley.
No worries. We'll lurk this, Maya, again.
I have to do it here, but thanks so much. See
Thank you.
soon.
Oh, Maya, we have to show you speak Italian. Say something in Italian, please.
Che cosa vuoi che dico? Non so. I'm on the spot now. What do I say? I don't know.
But she speak a perfect Italian. Trust me.
Penso di no. Non vedo l'ora di venire sul Radio Bobino la prossima volta. I've got even nervous now. I can't I'm on the spot. I can't do it. if you say something, then I'll answer.
No, you speak Italian better than my English, so it's brilliant. Thank you. I'm waiting for your performance next time.
Yes, please. She's amazing. And her original music's amazing as well.
No, actually, Maya was the last musician guest in end of April in Radio Dublino. But because
No way, really?
Last cancelled guest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because,
oh, I shouldn't be swearing. Sorry.
no, we canceled because it was in our studio, and the studio manager told me, Maurizio, we can't have a guest because the contamination, blah, blah, blah. So I said, unfortunately, we can't have you. So then we moved to online. But definitely I have to give space to Maya soon as possible. Okay.
I look forward to it. Non vedo l'ora.
Okay. And now time for Lesley with Paolo. Paolo.
Okay. Hello, Lesley. First, thank you for coming here. We are so lucky that we have you here, and I'm so delighted to have my first interview with an Eurovision entry. How are you? First of all, how are you, and how it feels to be selected for being representing your country in probably the most famous Euro contest in the world?
Hi. Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it. I'm doing okay. I'm doing grand. I'm actually in New York at the minute, so I'm in the center of a well, what everyone's experiencing, but the numbers are pretty high here. So I'm in New York at the moment.
Okay.
Doing grand, getting through, just like everybody else. Staying in, staying at home, making sure to do all the precautions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, being the Eurovision artist for Ireland in one of the most kind of somewhat controversial years for a while. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. There was a lot of high moments and then a lot of very quick new things to kind of deal with. But it's good. It's been interesting.
Okay, some of artists are always afraid to go to Eurovision because for some artists can be like a risk to go to Eurovision. No? How is it for you? Like, do you get like a risk? Or do you take with passion and say, okay, this is something that at least can be something for Europe? Your song in any case has been watching basically from 50 countries in Europe, and you're already an entry of Eurovision. You're already Lesley Roy. So how does it feel like? It's risky for you, or you say you took it like, okay, I'm gonna do it and we'll see?
I think anything creative can be risky at any time. When I moved over here and I moved to Sweden to write an album, it's always risky when you put yourself out there for people to criticize. 10 people can love you, and then the 2 people that hate you and want you to like pass out on stage and drop dead, those are the 2 that you listen to a lot. So there's always a risk. I think with the Eurovision, I always felt like it was such a brilliant show, never mind competition. I always just thought it was a wonderful show and a great like stage and platform to for any musician or any writer to have a song for 180 million people to see for 3 minutes. There's not many other, shows, or even if you put an album out there, you can't really compare to that amount of people to see you and hear you on the night. So I never understood why there was a bit of a cheesy factor, or if other artists kind of look down upon it as as a smaller thing. I never thought that myself. So I think there's always a risk putting any song out there into the world, and I don't know if I more so was just so excited that the song connected with RTE and that we were pushing forward, and I was super excited about what would have been, the final on May 16th. But obviously, as you know, it's cancelled, so a lot of things have changed since we decided we were going to do it.
So exactly, the next question is Europe Shine a Light will be in any case will held in May, and every country, I think that all the countries accept the idea, and they're gonna transmit in the TV in every country of Europe, including Australia. What do you have an idea what we have to expect from this event?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be similar to, I don't know if any of your listeners, or if you guys have watched any of they've been doing Eurovision home shows, acoustic shows, like every week, like what most artists have been doing right now. So I think it's going to be similar to that. I think they're going to play all of the 41 music videos live, and I think they're also, we're all going to sing Shine a Light, the Katrina and the Waves song that won for England.
Exactly.
And then they'll chop it all together. So it'll just be everybody in their apartment, and I think they'll try and do a little bit of a celebration that night, but it obviously will be not compared to an actual real live Eurovision show.
Exactly, there won't be the competition, but I am delighted to say that yes, I saw the jury vote. You know that Wikiblog is the most important blogger for Eurovision, and I saw actually the votes, except one that was already. But you got a very good score. So and the outfit was absolutely noticed. The first thing that I saw in the video was like the video is a super queer video. It's LGBT friendly, super shining, and actually during uh, the reaction video, your video was very well acclaimed by the blogger or Weblogger. Normally they have, even for the Italian entry, we have 6-7 minutes. Your video had 15-20 minutes of comments. So it was like a great success for you.
Yeah, it was great. The Weeby Blogs and Eurovox and Eurovision Hub, and all of the people that do their home reviews of the video seem to really love it. And I just think that the Irish press in general, as soon as the song came out that morning on 2FM, it was very well received, and it was what at least the press anyway, for the most part, had been asking from RTE, was a bit of a different approach and a bigger song, and I think we achieved that. And I think now moving forward, if there is a forward for next year, if that's even a possibility, I anyway am taking all of the notes that everybody had said about the song, and would look at that and definitely use that in writing for anything in the future.
Okay. Did you have the chance to listen the Italian entry from for your Diodato? What do you think about it? Oh
Perfect.
wow! Perfect! Congratulations.
He looks
it
at
was great. I loved him. I loved that entry. I cried when I saw. Did you see the video of everybody in their apartments singing the song a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was absolutely moving.
Yeah. Crying. It was so good, so good. Mm-hmm.
Lesley, I'm very curious about. You worked and collaborated with Max Martin, which is basically we can say the god of pop. He's one of the most influencing people around the pop. He produced Britney Spears, Katy Perry, The Weeknd. How it is working with a master, like we can say a master of music, like him, of production.
Yeah, 100%. He's brilliant. Working with him was, I guess, what you would imagine working with someone like that to be. It was full work until it was perfect, or at least what we thought was perfect for a song. It's not finished until it's finished. We could spend 3 months finishing one small lyric, or it could be done in 20 minutes, which is like any writer, obviously. But he's fantastic. He's a total pro. He has worked with everybody, and I always call that time period, those few years in Stockholm, as kind of my PhD in pop songwriting, because I take so much of what I studied and learned from him and all of the Swedes in and around that camp from that time period into every session that I go to.
Oh, interesting. And I heard also that I can see that I actually heard then the song before that you wrote for Adam Lambert and Medina. How they were this collaboration? Like you also were very active as a songwriter for big artists like Adam Lambert.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, probably Suzanne can attest to this. There's always like a ton of songs that you have and then you've been working on. And I got it after my own album and after touring around the States anyway with my own record. I started writing for other artists. I went down to Nashville and I went to LA, and it's just kind of like a song factory wheel there. Suzanne, I don't know if you spent much time writing all over the place, but it's kind of a factory and you're just pitching songs. So for those few songs that you mentioned, they just got that song and it seemed to work for them, and they liked the lyrics and liked the melodies, and they came in and recorded it, and it just worked for the timing. So those particular songs, I didn't get to write with them. They just had taken what I had finished before for them.
Okay. But if I have some more time, Maurizio.
No, that's okay. Because I'd like to thank you, Suzanne, because still with us.
Thank you. Yeah. Actually, I have a question for both. Maybe you can ask Suzanne and Lesley. Yeah, different kind of music. Suzanne is more jazz. Lesley is like pop rock. How it songwrite like Warren? You just say that sometimes you write the song and then you like the music and then you find the words. Or how it works for you? For example, Suzanne.
Well, depends on the song. Everyone's got a different process, you know. For me, the lyrics come with the hook.
So together.
Yeah, it depends, because I co-write. I have another project called the Savage Five, which is for voice and string quartet, and I co-write with a cellist, and that's a different process. And I love just getting together and jamming with him. Hugo Smith is the name of the cellist. And then when I'm on my own, it depends actually on the instrument that I'm working with at the time, or if something pops into my head. And everyone's got a different process, you know. Sometimes you have to sit and just work at it, and sometimes something will just pop into your head and won't leave you alone. It's like a little hook, and you're like, go away. And that's how I know. And then I get stuck on one thing for ages, and it actually kind of gets irritating. And then I have to come back to it. So that's my personal process. If it's annoying, then I might stick.
Okay, Lesley, very interesting how I was born. That's the song "Story of My Life." It's kind of the real story of your life. And tell me more about the song. It's kind for me. It was like the video and the meaning of the song is so free. Like be yourself. I'm like for me this is one of the best Eurovision, best Irish entry for Eurovision the last really 10, 15 years, because Ireland did so well in the past, then was like a period of kind of very, not boring, but, you know, trying to, and then Lesley came back with something more powerful, very strong, very pop, like, was really well acclaimed. How was Burn the song, this song?
Thank you. First of all, that's so sweet. That's a huge compliment. Yeah, the lyrics. Yeah, it was definitely written from a place of my kind of ups and downs within the music industry. But why I felt so strongly about entering in for such a big show is that the lyrics are universal, irregardless that it's called The Story of My Life. Everybody goes through ups and downs. And I find that, or I've found over the last few years that when I stand up and kind of really speak my truth and say who I am or say what I really want to do, I found it at least deals with some of the anxiety and depression a little bit better. So the video itself was fairly directed in the LGBTQ community, but it's not only that, it's really for anybody to just stand up and just be themselves, even if that means like, oh shit, I don't want to be in this job anymore, like I can't be in this, but I don't even want to, you know, study for XYZ, like this is not me. That's what the story of my life is. It's about kind of writing or rewriting your own story,
being authentic to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I was like the song story of my life. Like I was like in the bus and I was leaving my iPad, and I was like, and then it happened like story of
Yeah,
my
my
life. Like,
Mauro.
somebody at the new Eurovision song. It's like Ireland, and it was like, wow, it's come back finally. I was like, that's what we were waiting for. And the outfit, this is really this pink is inspired by Leslie. If somebody has seen the video, it's really the color of our Leslie. So I was inspired by you. Thank you.
Yay.
Really. Do
Thank
you
you.
who is it? This not the designer, but like the stylist. Do you have your style, or do you have
Yeah,
somebody that
that
an
was
idea?
so Sal O'Halloran, Dublin girl. Everyone go and follow Sal. She styled everything for the shoot, and she was hired and brought on by This Is Pop Baby. So for all the Dublin
Oh
heads, Philly McMahon and This Is Pop Baby, they were all hired by RTE to kind of take over the creative direction and continue
Yeah.
in this kind of new forward motion that I and RTE kind of discussed over Christmas when we were coming up with like, all right, so we like Story of My Life, but let's really try and turn Ireland like in a little bit of a different way. So they hired Philly McMahon and they were going to do the staging for the show in May. And then Philly hired Sal O'Halloran, and then we got together and we did the whole video with Kate Dolan. And so, yeah, it was all very different, I think, for Ireland as a song and as a look. And yeah, but they definitely, they pushed me forward on the pink suit. At first I was like, I'm like,
I
let's
love
be
it.
honest, I'm always in black and gray. So once we all loved the pink suit, I was like, all right, grand, it's totally good, it works.
Yeah.
The pink is the color of Ireland for this year.
It is, it really is.
Paolo, can I make a couple questions before to close, because 5
Certo.
minutes the live in 5 minutes. I'll leave you alone. Don't worry, guys. I have a question for Suzanne and a question for Lesley. For Suzanne, your background is more jazz, classic, not just this, as you're soprano. What do you think about Eurovision? You think is too pop for you
Class.
or not?
Music's music.
Like some jazz.
Oh, amazing! Like
song?
my
I'm a-
first gig was Rage Against the Machine, guys.
Okay.
No, don't get carried away with the whole classical thing. It's just part of what I love. But I love everything about Eurovision. I think what you do is fantastic, Lesley. And yeah, here's to the
Likewise.
next thing after all this madness kicks over. Wishing you all the very best, because like I think what you're doing is absolutely incredible. And I love Eurovision. I always have. And my pals up in Belfast when I was a bit younger, what we used to do once a year, we used to actually, I'm sorry to confess this, we used to dress up as a different country. We'd all get like an email sent to us telling us which country to dress up as.
No, I was reading the comment from Massimo, is down on the screen. He said, I love Eurovision since I'm in Ireland, because in Ireland
We embrace it.
it's extremely popular. In Italy it's popular, but was not was no musician from Italy for I think 10, 15 years.
No, 15 years. Yeah,
Oh,
we were not.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
already
because
popular. Now it's become popular, but people moving from Italy to Ireland discovered the Eurovision. I mean, wow, it's great. That's the question for Lesley. So, what does that mean? Participate to Eurovision for a singer, change your career is a big thing, I suppose, because Eurovision is so popular. I think it's the biggest TV show in the world, a huge audience. What does that mean for a singer? I'm there. It's like I reach a goal, also opportunities, etc. Is
Yeah, I mean, I think all of that, Maurizio. I think, but I also do think, like I said at the start, for some artists, they wouldn't touch it at all. They don't see the positives of it. But I've been very fortunate. I've hit so many markers in my career that I wanted to hit. I wrote an album with Max. I had a top 40 song in the States. I've performed all over, and I've written for other artists. So the Eurovision, it's not like I needed or had to do it. Yes, it's an absolutely lovely idea, and hopefully I'll write something for next year. And it's a huge, it's a massive stage and a massive platform. And
Yeah.
I think it's great for artists. I really do. I think it's a great opportunity for artists, especially if you are launching your career. I'm not launching any albums or anything out of this. I was purely doing it for the show and for the night. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I love Eurovision. I'm still going to watch it. I'm a massive fan anyway. So
yeah.
I love the show. Usually, I used to rent a country house with some friends for Saturday night. We have a hike Saturday afternoon, so we have a dinner, and then we spend all night watching the show, beating.
Yeah.
And it's like a community thing. Every year, we rent the country house, and then I'm missing this year.
Yeah, and I mean, look, it brings people together for a night of music, and that's why it was originally created, for after the war, for Europeans to get together and for something, for there to be something good. So, you know, the Shine a Light night will be nice, I think, in the middle of this mess that we're all in. I think it'll be a little bit of positivity, like any music right now. It'll lift people's spirits, and I think even again next year there'll be such an energy of it after being cancelled this year that I think it'll just be spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Luca, you're very quiet today. Before the
I know. Is he okay?
You have two beautiful.
Yeah, I'm completely fine. I'm just listening. I'm listening to the song. I'm listening to the interview. I'm fine.
Paolo,
I have no news for you.
No, I'm very curious for Lesley. Yeah, Lesley, what was your favorite song this year of the Eurovision, of all the 41 to the 5 entries? Your top three, three songs.
Italy, obviously it was Italy. Obviously.
Of course.
Right question. Okay, guys.
No, I love him. I hope he comes back next year for Italy. He was great.
You know that in Italy we have Sanremo, so I don't know, because this competition is going every year, so they probably will change the artist. But still, good luck for him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, Paolo, because Gadato was the winner this year, so he's not attending next year.
No, I don't think so, because you know, Eurovision is based on Sanremo, which is the biggest, the oldest Euro festival, and every year who wins Sanremo is going to Eurovision. So next year, if there will be actually Sanremo, Maurizio, we'll never know.
Probably, yes.
Oh, come on, it's in February. Come on.
Today there was written in the old magazines that Sanremo could be like postponed next year already. So I don't know. Let's see.
We'll see. Okay, guys, it's time to leave. Time to go to bed. I'm going to drink one glass of Pinot Grigio and
Grigio.
hobby in my quarantine. I eat a drink and become a fat guy. White bird. Thank you very much, Suzanne. It was lovely of you, and thank you, Lesley.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lesley. Good luck for Shine on Light.
Thank you. Just a word in Italian. Sorry guys. Domani c'è un incontro che faccio, intervista con scrittori, giornalisti eccetera. Domani ospite Luca Telese, giornalista di varie testate, che presenterà il suo ultimo libro su Cagliari, Forza Cagliari, quindi domani alle 7, dalle 7 alle 7:30, il professor Luca Telese, giornalista italiano. Thank you guys and see you soon.
Mille grazie.
Enjoy the translation. Ciao.
Bye.
Anche voi.
Bye.
Bye guys. Take care.
Bye.